And then it was just about putting the ball in the box and trying to get corners and win headers. And it just wasn't to be today. It was one of those ones, when you have your key players not performing at their height, it's going to be a tough day.
I mean, forgive me if I'm wrong. I think Man City play tomorrow, which they could be 9 points clear.
Yeah.
Then they play on the 1st of Jan against Arsenal. They could be 12 points clear by the time Liverpool meet Chelsea. You know, and even though Liverpool will have 3 games in hand on them or whatever, to be 12 points behind the champions the first week of January, playing Chelsea, playing your closest rivals who could go above you tomorrow, you know, it's a huge ask, isn't it? It's a huge ask to go then, to beat Chelsea away, to beat Man City away, and then to still get points and more points and more points.
OK, so if Liverpool find themselves 12 points behind, albeit with 2 games in hand, perhaps,
and then
Salah, Mane off
for
the next 2 or 3 games, is that almost insurmountable?
Well, you would think so, yeah, unless they've got some bit of magic in the transfer kitty to come. But if you think that they're going to play with Firmino, Minamino, Origi, is that going to be strong enough? Jota, sorry, yeah, of course. Is that going to be strong enough? And you would say no, wouldn't you? You would say no if Man City are only missing Mahrez with the firepower they've got, all being well and everybody staying fit. You would think it is going to be insurmountable.
Wow.
Emil? It's going to be a tough ask, isn't it? When you're looking at only Jota being the one that's really a starter.
Yeah.
Origi has stepped in and done well at times, but he's
injured at the minute. I mean, it's not long term, but he's injured at the minute.
He's going to give you that consistency as well.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a tough ask.
OK. For Leicester, it's a very different story. What an end to 2021 as far as the Foxes are concerned. Let's get the thoughts of their manager, formerly of Liverpool, of course, Brendan Rodgers.
Well, Brendan, just try and sum up for us what an effort that was from your players today.
Well, it was so hard to put it into words, if I'm being honest. You know, to play Manchester City and Liverpool and within 48 hours, it's absolutely heroic performance. We knew we would have to defend well at times, but we knew, like we've seen in, I guess, Manchester City, that we can play football as well. But an amazing result for us with everything that we're going through, and like I said, against one of the best teams in the world.
You've just said everything you're going through. I think it's 8 senior players on the injury list at the moment. So when you put that context on it, is it the best win of the season by far?
Oh, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. If we look at like Sir Daniel Amartey, been off with COVID and has come back in, and after 1 day's training he's had to play in 2 games, and Luke Thomas having to play all the games as a young guy up against Mahrez and Salah. So yeah, no, definitely the best win of our season, and I think we showed that spirit and the mentality, and I'm pretty sure the headlines were written already before the game. But I said to the players, the beauty with this game is that you write your own headlines, and this was a chance for us to do that today, and the players did that.
Has that spirit and mentality, despite the fact you haven't had a consistent run, has it been there all season anyway?
It is. It's the one thing I'll say. I've been here nearly 3 years, and we've had some great wins, and we've picked up some titles, and we've played some great games, and we haven't been so good in some games. But one thing has never ever fallen with this team is the spirit, the mentality, and how they can grind it. Like I said, we've played poorly in some games over my time here, but we've never ever stopped fighting, and we've seen that there today.
What was the game plan at kick-off today? Can you have a hard and fast plan against a team that gives you such an onslaught like Liverpool?
Well, no, every game you have a plan. We played with a diamond structure to make the middle of the pitch compact and play against the 2 centre-halves, because the full-backs go, so you can have 2 strikers up against the 2 centre-halves. And then knowing that you can't, because of how well they'll move the ball side to side, you then know you have to then change the system. So we 60-odd minutes went to 4-3-3, and obviously Addy comes in and gets the winning goal.
So in the first half, the importance of having not just a good goalkeeper, but a strong leader, mentally strong goalkeeper.
Yeah, top goalkeeper, one of the best in Europe, and is what Kasper's renowned for. He makes brilliant saves. Like I said, a real captain of the team and the club, and when we needed him, he was there.
And just a word about your support tonight. I don't know about you, it sort of sensed from the start, it was as though the fans felt, the team needs a bit of a lift right now.
Yeah, well, we needed the push. I said before the game, off the back of the game Sunday.
today's game. He called it a heroic win. Would you agree, Emma?
100%. Yeah, it's definitely a heroic win. When you're coming off a result against Man City and they're running away with the league at this moment in time, and you've got some young players playing against some very experienced players and they go and perform like they did there, players playing out of position, players coming back from COVID having, like you said, one training session and then going and playing 2 games back to back.
You just hope that they're all right. They need a bit of luck. It looks as if Maddison is out for a while, doesn't it? Well, certainly, he looks as if Vardy was struggling near the end. He's had hamstring injuries. You hope that was a little bit of cramp and he can respond. You know, if Amarty's played in such a quick succession, you hope his recovery is nice and quick because they're going to be missing more people, but definitely heroic performance from them tonight.
And a word about their defensive resolve. He spoke of the words